Hi there, Lisa Bowles, your Soul Mapper here, and you're watching the next episode of Soul Map TV. I was reading a really interesting post written by a guy by the name of Derek Silvers. He's an extraordinary guy. I just find his writing amazing. He's the founder of businesses like CD Baby and Host Baby. You might want to just Google him to go do a little research. He's a really interesting guy. But in this post that he wrote that really caught my eye, he shone some light on something in a very different way than I'm used to looking at it when I'm soul mapping. Let me tell you what I mean. Inside every soul map experience, one of the things that a map helps people begin to understand is that they have a certain kind of natural focus. We've been talking about focus in the earlier episodes. Each of us comes with a particular way of focusing. And that natural focus decides for us a whole variety of things. So I'm going to kind of review this post that Derek wrote and use it as kind of a backdrop for the exploration I want you to kind of join me in right now, and then we'll bring it back to the soul map. He says in his post, you can focus your time locally, right here, or globally. Okay, which I thought was really interesting because of the nature of the businesses he's created, CD Baby and Host Baby. An internet business lets you serve people from wherever in the world they may happen to be. The less language particular it is, the more of the global marketplace you can serve. In his case, he was sharing music, which meant that anybody who loved a song could use his service. So you can focus globally or locally. Now here's the line of thinking, okay? And I'm gonna kind of quote verbatim. If you overcommit yourself locally, you will undercommit yourself globally. Got that? If you overcommit yourself globally, you will naturally undercommit yourself locally. That means if you're local, you're gonna be doing a lot of things in person, face-to-face, in a smaller geographical area, okay? If you're doing things globally, you're going to be reaching out and really creating distribution across multiple, platforms or modes of communication or exchange so that your reach is further, and you're likely going to be doing a lot less face-to-face, like real-time face-to-face. Boundaries of time, space, and geography won't matter nearly so much to you. Now, what he goes on to say is that neither one is right or wrong, but you have to be aware, depending on your focus, what kind of choices you're making, because those choices affect the business you build and whether or not what you're building or designing actually suits you. And this is where the link in with the soul map really clicked for me. So I'm just gonna touch in with a couple of things. He said, for a while, he lived in Woodstock, New York. He was there for 3 years. And while he was there, he started CD Baby and Host Baby, okay? And he connected with thousands of people all over the world. So even though he lived in Woodstock, he wasn't acting global or local. He didn't know a lot of the people where he lived. His focus was out there, connecting and building relationship with people anywhere CD Baby and Host Baby reached. Then he lived in Portland, Oregon for another 3 years and did much the same thing. His focuses professionally were a little bit different, very related, but again, his focus was global. He didn't hang out in Portland. He didn't do face-to-face time. He wasn't very social, okay? And then 2 years, he lived in Singapore. And he decided to do the opposite for a while. He decided to do face-to-face almost predominantly, switch it completely. And he says he met with over 400 people during that time. That's a lot of people in a couple of years. He stopped posting, he stopped vlogging, he stopped doing a lot of things that he had done fairly rigorously for 6 years. And he found out a couple of things. He was often exhausted and unfulfilled. It just didn't crank for him the way the other did. So pay close attention to that, and we'll come back to it in a second. And the people he had been interacting with from all over the world kind of felt a little neglected, wondered where he'd gone, because his focus had shifted. What he learned from this is that he had to admit that he was not a local kind of guy. His focus, his naturally energizing, most authentic, most fulfilling focus was global. Huh. Here's something interesting. I'm built very much the same way. We have a cottage on the shores of Lake Huron, but when I'm there, I don't really know a lot of my neighbors. Why? Because my focus is global. I work for people from all over the world. If I've got a phone and the internet, I can work with anybody. And I have more dear, extraordinary friendships with people all over North America, Europe, and South America than I do locally. Same idea, I get more energy, I'm more naturally authentic, and I tend to build more intimate connections with people who happen to be at a distance, but the intimacy is still there. My focus is also global, but I know people and have mapped people whose focus is local. And that local focus, this natural focus, this authentic focus, this purposeful focus has a hand in helping you design, whether you know that this has a hand in you making unconscious choices about where to bring your energy. It decides for you whether or not the business you're living in and building actually nourishes and supports you from the get-go. So think about this. He switched for 2 years. He did face-to-face, and he didn't like it. Why? Because he was going against his own grain. If you're a local person, you try and go global because everybody's doing it. Formula, ABCs, 3 steps to whatever. And you're going against your grain, you're going against your purposeful focus and style, then it's going to deplete you. And it will mean that your ongoing communication with the folks won't have you being at your best. Something will be missing, and it will likely be you. What Derek Sivers taught me is that by experimenting in his own life, by watching his own responses, energetic, experiential, in the quality of his work and in the quality of how he felt, he was able to tease this apart. But it took him, let's see, 3 and 3 and 2, it took him 8 years to figure it out, and then another bit to admit it. I have a global focus. The soul map, oddly enough, can help you figure out what your focus is in under 3 hours. Not a bad deal. Now, this is not a promo for the soul map, but what I want you to understand, unless you want to have your soul map, but what I want you to understand is that your way is your way. And think about this. Which way are you naturally, authentically driven to focus? To reach out to large numbers of people because it uplifts you, satisfies you, is a natural way you are already leaning? Or is your focus more global or local, face-to-face, geographically bound, a little more FaceTime intimate, uplifting and nourishing and feeding you? Which way do you go? Are you an innie or are you an outie? The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine, said Mike Murdock. And this is one of the places where the signals and clues of your purpose and how it's a foundation for your work in the world exists. If you found this really enlightening and it's popped open your mind and set you free to change things or keep doing the things that actually feel good and drop some of the things that don't, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. If there's someone you know is going against their own grain and you think this would be helpful to them, please share. Let's spread the word. We are posting some excellent goodies, some repeatables. You can actually download the repeatables that go with most shows in a PDF form. You can print it as a poster. You can share it on Facebook, on Twitter, even on Pinterest. So make sure that you go check this post online. And if you don't want to miss any of those things, you might want to just subscribe. As you go out there being the innie and outie that you are, please take these words with you as you go. You weren't an accident. You weren't mass produced. You aren't an assembly line product. You were deliberately planned, specially gifted. and lovingly positioned on earth by the master artisan. Whether you're local focused or globally focused, whether you're an innie or outie, I just want to say thank you again for doing what you alone are here to do and letting yourself do it the way you're supposed to. We need you being you out here. That's it for this episode of Soul Map TV. Until next time, this is Lisa Bowles.